Hello and welcome to the last part already of the Skyrim Special Edition 2018 Ultimate Graphics tutorial. We finally finished everything so far, but there's one last and very important part left to do. We're going to install ENB, the ENB files, and afterwards we're going to fix the distant terrain with SSELODGEN. But before we're going to do that, what I suggest we're going to do first is you go to your mod organizer. And now what we want to do is we want to fix all of the mods which we put a remark after, if you remember that. So go to your mod list. And then let's see, starting with scrolling all the way at the top to see which one require a rework. This one we have said here has to be placed and activated after enhanced lights and effects. So in that case, we're going to drag and drop it all the way at the bottom after enhanced lights and effects. Let's see if we were able to find enhanced lights and effects. All right, because the mod list is so long, we almost have 300 files. What I usually do is if I want to search a file, so in this case enhanced lights effects, you can click here and name filter, type in ELFX, or just type in lights, enhanced lights and effects. Yeah, and what you can see here is priority, and this means this is the number, the order where this mod is, in this case enhanced lights effects. So we know we have to look for number 281. So let's press backspace, then scroll all the way down to we have our mod again, and then 281, which is actually here. So we can, let's see, place it, yeah, let's place it here, it's all right. And activate Sovngarde HD Enhanced Lights and Effects patch. Then scroll all the way up again to see which is the next file which requires some attention. And that is, let's see, where are all the files? Why don't I see the remarks anymore? Oh, never mind. Here are the remarks. Here they are. Let's see this one. This is the weather mod. So in that case, we had to pick, maybe you remember it still, either an NAT, so natural atmospheric temporal, or obsidian weathers. So we don't need to do anything with this. Obsidian mountain fogs, only use and have this mod activated if you're using a different meta mod than obsidian weather. So in that case, if we would switch to NAT later, we need to activate this mod as well to have the great mountain fogs. Then, let's see, this one we all fixed, the JK Skyrim stuff. Also, our hunt card, we need to drag and drop this also after enhanced lights and effects, because else we do have the floating hand cards. So let's see, does it come with an ESP or not? No, so only meshes and textures, that's good. So we want to, yeah, drag and drop it all the way down after enhanced lights effects. And that was priority 281, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, so we drag and drop it, let's say here. All right, and then let's see. The other patch file, the Sovngarde, does it come with a ESP file? No, it does not. This mod does it come with it? Yes, it comes with an ESP, so we have to check here just to be sure that this ESP is also been placed after enhanced lights and effects. So if we click here and name filter, we type in ELFX. So this is priority number 74 and 78, and enhanced lights and effects is number 77. So in that case, that means we need to fix some of the load order, because let's see, enhanced lights and effects is here, and these patches are actually not placed correctly. So in this case, this you can drag and drop under enhanced lights and effects, so these Sounds of Skyrim. And then let's see, do we have some other mods which were in the incorrect load order? Skysen, where is Skysen? Oh, here it is. It's under enhanced lights and effects, so that's good. And we have the Sovngarde. It didn't come in an ESP, so that's fine. Later, when we're going to run SSELODGEN, when we're going to run that, it acts like a LUT, and what LUT does, the program for the ones who don't know it, it will try to fix the load order, but I would not recommend using LUT, because sometimes LUT messes things way more up than it fixes it actually, so it makes things worse. And in that case, SSELODGEN will notify you which plugins are not placed correct. And sometimes what happens if you install a mod and it has multiple ESP files, it will not set the order correctly. So an example, if you have a master ESP and a slave ESP, sometimes when you activate a mod by accident, mod organizer puts the slave ESP first and then a master ESP, and in that case it doesn't work. So yeah, but again, SSELODGEN will fix that issue. So let's see, what do we have more? We do have the JK stuff that was fixed. Was that all for here? It seems so. Okay, good. What we want to do now, and this is important before we continue with the ENB, we want to make sure that our game runs fine without any crashes with the fixed ESP files. That's important because if your game crashes after you install the ENB, you're not sure if it's being caused by the ENB or any misplaced patch files. So in that case, make sure your Skyrim Special Edition runs fine without any errors. Visit some places and all. Visit cities, go outside, and then after everything is fine, I see you guys back at the tutorial. So welcome in game. The thing I forgot to explain is that you once you install Sounds of Skyrim, you will get these menus for Sounds of Skyrim to enable or disable. I would enable all of these Sounds of Skyrim because they'll sound really good, and you have this a couple of times that it will ask for it. So click enable, 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 enable. All right, great. And then I think you have 1 or 2 more menus which asks to enable all the sound effects. You can read them, by the way, if you want to see what has been changed. I think we have only 1 now here. Oh, was it? No, okay, that was it. So, yeah, as you can see, the LOT files are still messed up. They're all the way in the distance. The trees look really ugly on all the other LOT. But again, that's where we're gonna fix with SSELODGEN. For now, what you want to do is you want to make sure that that the game runs fine without any crashes, so you can fast travel to, let's see, let's deepen tide attack to avoid being attacked by wild creatures. You can just fast travel to outdoor areas, indoor areas, to caves and all that stuff. Check out some NPCs to see that all runs fine before we're going to install, before we're going to run SSELODGEN, and before we will install the ENB. So let's just, yeah, just fast travel here, and I think everything is fine, else it would have crashed already. But alright, so cool. Yeah, let's go back to Mod Organizer. Alright, so welcome back to Mod Organizer. What we want to do now is we want to install the ENB, and then we want to generate a lot with SSELODGEN. Also, what I suggest you do is install this small mod. It's a very small mod, Skyrim Special Edition Weather Control. And what this does, it allows you to force weather effect, and this can be quite nice if you want to test out your new ENBs, your brand new game actually, with different kind of weather sets, because the game can look really different when you have sunny bright weather or when you have cloudy weather, and yeah, of course when you have rainy or snowy weather. So I suggest we start with the ENB first. So let's see, there are two mods which we cannot organize with Mod Organizer, and that's because Mod Organizer only allows you to organize mods which are placed in the data folder. So 2 mods are not in the data folder. The first one is Skyrim Script Extender, which we did place the files here in the main game folder. And there's one other mod which needs to be placed here, and which Mod Organizer for that also can handle, and that's the ENB. So what we want to do now is you want to go to your mod directory where you have saved all of your mods, and create a folder, the last folder, ENB files. And in here, what I suggest you do is you create 2 folders here as well. The first one, name it, let's say, Intrigued and Obsidian Weathers. Obsidian Weathers. So yeah, just to be precise, Intrigued, ENB, and Obsidian Weathers. And name the other one NVT, ENB, and Net Weathers, Natural Atmospheric Temperature. Then what you want to do is, if you have the, let's scroll all the way up to one of the 2 weather mods. Let's see if we can find them. Man, almost 300 mod. That's quite a large amount of mods. So NAT standalone is priority list number 48. Let's go to number 48, which is here. So if you have installed Obsidian Weathers like I have now, then you want to download and install Intrigued ENB, like it says here. Or if you have installed NAT, then pick NVT, Natural View and Tamriel. But in this example case, I'm gonna pick both, and you can also do that if you want to switch Weather and ENBs later on. So for Intrigued ENB, open it up, and for NVT, open it up. So again, if you have installed Obsidian Weathers, you want to pick this ENB. Then you want to click on Files and you want to download the Intrigued ENB. If you have picked NAT, so Natural Atmospheric Tamriel, you want to pick NVT ENB. Then you want to click on Files, and here is NVT for a lot of weather mods. But in your case, you want to pick NVT ENB for NAT. So yeah, that sounds a little bit confusing with all the shortcuts and names, but that's what you have to do. But again, you can download them both if you want to switch maybe later on in the game. So once you did download those files, you also need to download the binary files from the ENB. So open it up and download the latest version, 0.352. All right, and once you did do that, you have these 3 files then, depending if you downloaded both weather mods. Let's first start with the core ENB files. So you can open up the compressed archive, you can open up the wrapper version, and the only things you need is d3d11.dll and d3d compiler 46e underscore 46e.dll. Then you want to go back and you can paste them in your folder already. So you can do that for the Intrigued ENB and Obsidian Weathers if you have that, and also for the NVT, ENB and NAT Weathers, because these are the base ENB files which are needed. Then for NVT, and now let's start with Intrigued ENB and Obsidian Weathers. What you want to do now is you want to open up this Intrigued ENB. You want to open it again, and you want to then open this folder, the main file. Then you want to select full quality, and if you have a really poor computer, you might want to switch to quality or performance. So open full quality, and then you want to drag and drop these files in the Intrigued ENB and Obsidian Weathers if you're using that combination. Or if you're using NVT and NAT, you can also do this, but not install these files, but save them for later. All right. Great, then let's go one folder up until we are at the main folder structure for this Intrigued ENB. And you can also choose an optional DOF strength, a depth of field strength. And there are screenshots here, but I suggest you pick the default DOF. You can have more stronger or lesser depth of field effects, but the default DOF is what I suggest. Open it up, and then you can drag and drop this folder ENB series as well in Intrigued ENB and Obsidian Weathers, and it will ask if it should replace the files, and you should pick yes. Now, if you want to use NVT ENB later on, or if you're using NVT ENB and NAT Weathers, this is how it works for Natural View and Tamriel. And it's pretty funny because the author of both ENBs is Fireman AF, so he has the same folder structure as you see here. So also for this counts, make sure to drag and drop this in the correct folder, in this case NVT ENB and NAT Weathers. These are the main files, select full quality again. It's really exactly the same, but this time it's for NVT ENB and NAT Weathers. All right, and then go back, and then for the depth of field strength, also I suggest you pick depth of field for NVT ENB and NAT Weathers. All right, so if you're using Intrigued ENB now with Obsidian Weathers, which I'm using, which we have installed during the tutorial, what you want to do is open up this folder and copy all of these files, because now we have merged the the Intrigued ENB and Obsidian Weather files, only the Intrigued ENB files with the core ENB files, and these are the only things we need. And you can go to your Skyrim Special Edition main game folder and then paste it in here. And that's all for the ENB. What happens if you want to switch to NVT ENB later on? Or if you have NVT ENB, of course you can do the same, copy all these files and paste them in your Skyrim main game folder. So again, how do we switch now? If you want to switch, what you want to do then is pretty simple actually. you want to go to your weather mods, and in this case, if I want to switch to NAT, I want to uncheck Obsidian Weathers and I want to check NAT. And once you've done that, you also don't need. You also want to search up the mod Sounds of Skyrim. Let's see if I'm able to find it in this maze priority list 38. Is that true? No, I don't think so. It's at the end of the load order somewhere. Sounds of Skyrim. Here, you want to right-click on Sounds of Skyrim. You want to click Reinstall Mod, and then you don't want to forget to activate the correct patch file for NVT weather as well. That's pretty important. All right, and once you've done that, then it's just a very simple matter of going to the NVT ENB folder, copy these files, and then just simply overwrite the older ones in your Skyrim Special Edition. But only if you want to switch weather files in that case. That's about it. So yeah, in this case you can relatively simply switch between ENB and weather mods. But for now, I'm using Obsidian Weathers with Intrigue to ENB because I like the fantasy more. But if you prefer NVT and NAT, of course, feel free to select that combination. Alright, a lot of talk, but this was everything for the ENB. Let's see, because I have a small list on my phone where I have a couple of things which I want to handle in this part. Yeah, so 2 different ENBs and weather mods, and we don't want to forget that Sounds of Skyrim has to be reinstalled. Then I suggest we're going to quickly install Skyrim Special Edition Weather Control. You can just open it up, go to Files. It's just a single file, and then you can add it inside your mod organizer. It's really simple. I'm not really sure if I have. Yeah, I've created this file months after the tutorial. Weather Control. Click Manual and press OK. That's all. And activate the mod, and I think it doesn't really matter if alternate start comes after this. I think weather control has been advised to be loaded really at the end of the load order, so that's what we're gonna do. And then we're almost done, but what we want to do now is we want to run SSELODGEN. By the way, I'm not 100% sure if I explained correctly how to add SSELODGEN, so for the ones who are who don't have it yet in their list here, you want to go back in that case to the first part, to preparation. Let's see, where is it? You want to open up SSELODGEN. You want to download the files, and then you want to extract them somewhere, but it's important to add them inside Mod Organizer. And how to do that? You click here on Edit. Then, yeah, I already have SSE edit, but else you just type in here SSE edit, and then you search for the binary for SSE edit where you have extracted it, and then add it inside Mod Organizer. It's really important that you do this and you don't run SSE edit outside of Mod Organizer, because else it just simply will not work. So again, SSE edit, if you if you run it now, it will probably give errors that some of the master files are incorrect. So let's run it and see what happens. So let's see, yeah, we want to have, oh sorry, I mean SSELODGEN. So yeah, I explained this correctly, SSELODGEN. If you want to run it, it will probably state that some of the ESP files are incorrect. Yeah, as you can see here, an error occurred. So let's see, landscape fixes for grass mods requires master file. So there is a ESP file here, which is alternate start locations landscape fixes. So we need to search that up. Let's close this. So what you want to do now is just search for the where should we search for alternate start? So this mod is on priority 23, but we need to drag and drop this after alternate start. So I think we can just simply do it like this, so we don't need to backspace all the time. So make sure you do that, and then just check just to be sure that is correct. So landscape fixes can be placed after alternate start here. That should fine. Now let's run SSELODGEN to see if it finds any more problems. So like I said, it runs like a sort of loot to correct the load order. And again, we have an incorrect file here. Okay. So the Obsidian patch requires Sounds of Skyrim, the complete mod, which is logical, of course, because the patch needs to be placed later than Sounds of Skyrim. So let's do that right now. So SOS. As you can see here, this is priority 73. Priority 73. And then Sounds of Skyrim itself should be, that's directly here actually. So Sounds of Skyrim, drag and drop it underneath Sounds of Skyrim. So in that case, yeah, in that case it should be fine. So let's see if, let's run SSELODGEN one more time to see if it still have any incorrect. Yeah, it has. Realistic water to water. Yeah, this is what I meant with activating a mod with multiple ESPs. Mod Organizer sometimes fails to recognize the master ESP and just randomly places the ESP files. And that happened here. It's a perfect example of Realistic Water 2. So yeah, we're going to fix this again. Realistic Water 2. As you can see here, the watercolor is placed before Realistic Water 2, and that's happened because we activated the mod and it had multiple ESPs. So priority list number 78. Let's double check that this goes correct. Here it is, drag and drop watercolor underneath Realistic Water 2. And it's actually surprising that the game didn't crash, if I have to be really honest. But yeah, you can see that even with misplaced ESP files, the game doesn't necessarily have to crash. But anyway, SSELODGEN will automatically detect this for us as some form of loot or boss. And let's run it one more time, because I think now we should be fine. And if so, then it will probably take a very long time. All right. We'll have this options form now. What you want to do is select all of the checkboxes. And now what we want to do regarding for settings is we want to open up, let's scroll all the way down. Let's see. I have a guide here somewhere, which should, yeah, it's here. The settings here, which we can use. So let's open it up. And let's do the same sizes here. So in this case, for the 1K version, which is recommended, yeah, so I would say you have the 2K version and the 1K version, but that's 1K is recommended, so let's stick with the recommended. In that case, that will be 8192 by 8192. The max texture size will be 1024, and the UV range of 1 to 5. Okay, object lots. Do we have it checked? Yeah, of course, tree slot we have checked. Let's see, right? So we do have it checked, right? Yes, okay. Eventually build 3 lots if you want, you need billboards. Yes, we have a lot of billboards. Use -3 for 3 lot brightness. Okay, that's already here, so that's good. Do we want to generate as object lot? Nah, I don't think so, that's fine. Build 3 lots, okay. Eventually compress. May help, yeah, okay. If you have a low on VRAM, you can try to run this fix, but for now, when you generate lot files, it will take long, really long. It may take up 15 to 20 minutes because we have so many lot files and mods. So in that case, we're gonna wait, and once it finishes, we'll continue with the tutorial. All right, finally, once it finished creating a lot, you can close this application now. As states here, then let's go to Mod Organizer, and then let's see if there's something in the override folder. Yes, so what we want to do now is right click on here, select create mods, and name it something like lots gen files or something like that. Then press OK, and let's see, are these placed inside LODGEN files now? Yes, they are. Okay. Of course, make sure to activate the mod. And let's double check everything went fine. So meshes terrain, yeah. Okay, great. Yeah, so these were the lot files, and you make sure to right click on them, create mod, or create an empty mod and drag and drop them in there. But anyway, they have to be activated because now these will be added inside of our mod folder. All right, great. So that was everything so far. We're going into the game now. Please note that it may take a little bit longer before your game starts up. That's normal for the first time. And then, yeah, make sure you press SKSE, select SKSE here, then run. And then I'll see you guys in game. So, welcome in game. Finally, everything is finished. As you can see, the lot files look a lot better now. Some tree lots don't necessarily look that great. That's because our 3D trees may not have the best lot files. But yeah, it's just the way it is. But for the rest, as you can see here, it looks really cool. Completely different game. High resolution plants here from 3D plants, high resolution rocks, all that kind of stuff. And since we installed iHUD, Immersive HUD, we won't have any HUD elements unless they're needed. So only if I would sprint now, you can see the stamina bar would pop up. But anyway, for the rest, it looks really cool. Alright, what you want to do now is go to items, and you want to you check this item because it's the weather control mod, and you want to F it so if you set it to favorite item, and then when you are here, you can just simply press Q and then activate the weather control mod. And what this mod again does is it allows you to change weather, and this can have a drastic different effect on the game. So an example, if I would select default weather, and I would experiment for the beginning with clear and cloudy weather. So now it's cloudy weather, but if I pick clear and I wait 1 hour, you can see it looks a lot different. Again, the colors are more vibrant and all. And especially Obsidian weathers, if you have cloudy weather and it's getting noon or dusk, so let's pick cloudy, let's wait till 4 or 5 p.m. You can really see, as you can see here, it really looks completely different than you have it on, let's say 1 p.m. in the afternoon or something. The game looks really different, but this is why I like Obsidian so much. The weather effects look really freaking good. So Obsidian weathers, this is with Intrigued ENB. Alright, regarding the console commands, again, if you missed it from the first part, you can type in TMM space 1 to have all map markers shown, but I would only do this if you have a test character. I would not do this on your actually playable character. Alright, what else can we do? T-detect, then you have, T-detect, that's what I mean. If you do that, it will set the AI detection on or off, and if you have it on off, no NPCs will ask you anything, no creatures will attack you unless the event is scripted, so you can just freely explore the wonderful world of Skyrim. So one last thing, because I have a small list on my phone of things I would like to show you. That is spawning of armors and weapons. So we've installed a lot of weapons and armor mods, and an example, if you want to summon all of the Nightingale items, to prevent you have to do all the quests and or to craft the stuff. What you can do is do the following. You open up the console commands, and then you type in help Nightingale. Then you will see everything that is related to Nightingale. So when you use your page up and page down commands, let's see, you will see weapons and armor, as you can see here at the left part. So as you can see, these are all the available armors and weapons. So let's say we want to have these boots, this armor, and these gloves, and you have multiple. You could have multiple armors and boots because one is perhaps magical and the other one is non-magical. So you have to try that out for yourself. So let's say we pick the first boots, the first armor, the first gloves, and the first hood. What you want to do then is type in player.add-item, then type in the code. So in this case, 000FCC0C, then space and then 1 for a single item. But an example, if you have daggers or something or blades, you can type in 2 to have 2 blades. But for now we want to have only one set of boots. Then we want to have one set of armor, which is 000FCC0E. Then we do want to have, let's see, the gloves, which is FCC010, I mean. So the gloves, and let's see, and also the hoods. I can't remember if we have it. I don't think so. So that's 12. All right. So, and if we want to have the blades, and as you can see, there are a lot of versions, magical, non-magical, maybe. You have to find it out for yourself. But let's see if you want just the, let's say 00D7 version, and we spawn 2 of them. Okay, so what will happen now, as you can see in your armor, you will have actually these items spawned. So you can check out the resolution to see how it looks and equip the 2 Daedric swords, an example. And yeah, these are, sorry, no, that's not 2. We don't want the Daedric swords. We want Didn't we have the blades? I thought we summoned the blades. Okay, maybe I missed that then. Nightingale blades. I didn't saw them in my inventory. That's alright. We spawned some other ones. 000 F6525. Nightingale blades. Okay, Nightingale blades. Here they are. So yeah, here you can see the texture quality that they have been retextured pretty well. So that looks really cool. And also, if you would check out the armor sets, that looks also really cool. Yeah, and yeah, it's a little bit dark now, but for the rest, you can check out these weapons and armor sets. So, is there anything else I would explain? I don't think so, because there's a lot we've done right now. I hope you guys enjoy this this very long tutorial. I know it's been very long. I know it also took very long to be released, so again I do apologize for that, but you know the reasons now. And have fun playing Skyrim Special Edition. Have fun with it. Make sure to join the Discord channel to have to ask questions, have discussions, and also to find any hidden files there which have a special section. And if you are unable to find what you like, then feel free to send me a personal message. So thank you very much, and see you guys at the next video. Take care and bye bye.